Slow in and slow out is probably the most important of the fundamental principles. Fortunately, it's fairly simple. Slow in and slow out refer to the tendency of objects to gradually accelerate and then decelerate when moving from one position to another. Slow in and slow out are also sometimes called ease in and ease out, or just easing. Slow in and slow out reproduce the effects of inertia. Inertia is a property of matter that makes objects continue at their current speed unless another force causes them to accelerate or decelerate. If objects move from position to position at an even rate, it looks mechanical or robotic. So we add easing to make them look more organic and natural. In hand-drawn animation, this is accomplished through spacing. Spacing refers to the amount of change between successive frames. The less the difference, the slower the movement will be. So by gradually increasing the spacing over the course of our frames, and then decreasing the spacing again, we create the illusion of acceleration and deceleration. In digital animation, both 2D and 3D, your easing will be controlled by an easing graph or spline curve. These look different in different programs, but the principle is the same in all of them. Points on the graph represent keyframes or poses that you have defined manually, and the line connecting them on the graph represents the rate of change between those keyframes. The computer then automatically generates the in-between frames with spacing that matches those speed changes. Let's take a look at an example. In this example, we're moving this car across the screen. It's moving too evenly right now. So let's bring up the easing graph, and then we can use these handles on our graph points to change the shape of the graph. The steeper the line, the faster the motion will be at that point. So let's give the graph a nice smooth S-curve like this. It starts out flat, gradually gets steeper, then evens out again. This gives us a standard slow in and slow out. If we turn on onion skinning so we can see all our frames, we can see how this translates to spacing. If you wanted the same motion in hand-drawn animation, you just need to place drawings in each of these positions. We can make the effect more extreme by adjusting the graph to be even steeper. This gives the motion a snappier, more cartoony style, especially if we also adjust the timing to make it speedier. Another reason to use slow in and slow out is to emphasize your key poses. Particularly in hand-drawn animation, you spend a lot of time creating cool key poses that communicate the point of the scene. Heavy slow in and slow out lets you spend more time in and around those poses and less time transitioning between them. This lets those key poses carry the scene. Mastering slow in and slow out is vital for effectively applying many of the other principles of animation. Here are some related principles. Feel free to jump to one of these or just head to the next video. I'll see you there!